I'm shooting today's video log on location. I'm at the doctor's office waiting for my son, who's 21, who's high-functioning autistic, to go to the psychiatrist and get his medication. He doesn't drive. And as a public service to everybody in the world, I do not encourage him to drive. But what I wanted to talk to you today about was the reason that the Building a Better Group Home is, I think, different. There are some, not a lot, of desirable placements as far as aesthetics go. Like, there's really fancy organizations that put up a farm-type system or just something aesthetically beautiful. And although I like the idea of a farm system, it's not really the structure or the grounds that are important. What's really important is just the concept of a true home. And the phrase I use, true home, really means a home where you feel a part of a bigger whole. I think any parent, if asked what they would wish for their child, would say that they really wish that their child would feel happy. I don't think anybody would want a child who's affluent or who's famous or anything if that person wasn't happy. Really, happiness is the key. And I don't see any placements ever stress the phrase happy. I don't think it's important where a person lives as long as that person is cared for, but truly happy and feel loved and feel comradeship with everyone else in the organization. So happiness and bonds are really what is at the essence of this project. The idea is that we would encourage individuals who are on the same level of the spectrum. Like my son is what's called a level 3. He's developmentally disabled. He's mild mentally retarded. Has ADHD combination, and he's autistic. So he speaks, but he uses scripted speech and not a lot of functional speech, but he does understand quite a bit. And he gets a lot of joy out of doing repetitive activities that he feels that he can accomplish well. So when he was in a different group home, he was paired with a very high-functioning young man who was going to the community college. And he was also paired with a very low-functioning young man who was also a, quote, runner, which meant that he had to be supervised constantly because he would flee and endanger himself. So Jack had absolutely nothing in common with these other two individuals, and they had nothing in common with Jack, and he basically ignored them and only spoke to the staff. So my idea is that each property should be one level, where everyone is essentially the same level on the spectrum. Because I want my son, and I'm sure the other residents, want to find points of commonality and compatibility. And I think that's maximized if they're on the same level of the spectrum, and therefore the chance of them forming relationships over the years would be maximized. So I want them to feel like a sibling relationship with, and I feel like even if they don't find someone in their own house, if we're able to build 4 houses, they should be able to find somebody on the property of their age that they feel a kinship with. And happiness and a true home. I think that any parent would feel really happy and pleased and relaxed if they knew that their son or daughter was at a place that they had as their independent home where people truly cared about them. And that's all for today. Thank you.